Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you to the first episode of Coffee and Kalashnikovs. Alright, so as usual guys, welcome to Rockford Ordnance. We have been toying with this idea for quite a while of moving my spot where I film, where I make all the videos, into my man cave, my gun room, so to speak. And it's been under construction for 7 or 8 years right now. It's almost done. As you can see, the walls are a little bare, but we've moved things in. We've got most of our gun safe and our firearms and our ammunition storage and all that good stuff in here. We've got some things to finish, but all in all, it's coming along pretty good. You might wonder, who in the hell has a bright red leather sofa? Well, it actually was secondhand. It's actually very expensive, but came to me through a family member, and when I saw the red, I immediately thought of communist Russia, and I thought, what's wrong with the Kalashnikov couch? So here we go. We've got our red Kalashnikov couch. I'm sorry for the mess, but in doing all of this, I thought, you know, we're trying to organize and get things together, and with the state of what's going on in our country today, I thought I better get some magazines loaded up, and yeah, this is my magazine mess. So I figured what better time than to go through magazines and what you need, what works, what doesn't, what are good deals, all that good stuff. And I thought, well, we could separate it into AK mags, AR mags, shotgun mags, pistol caliber, carbine mags, all that good stuff. And when I looked at the mess and how disorganized I was with it, I thought, number one, I need to get organized and quick. Number two, we've got the perfect place to store it now. We've got, what you can't see here, cabinets and all kinds of stuff. And I better get moving on this. So rather than separate it all, here is one big mishmash of every magazine, what I consider the average guy probably needs, has, or wants. We will be able to take care of the pew-pew feeding needs of just about any type of rifle or pistol or shotgun that any average guy may need. So if you stick around and watch, you will see suggestions on just about everything and anything you probably have in your collection or gun safe. So I don't know where to start other than, you know, even though I've got, you're going to see it all here, there's crates and boxes and carry cans and ammo cans and barrels of and crates of magazines. And what do? We keep ordering more. They just keep coming. I guess we'll start here. These are AR mags. These are P mags, 30 rounders, Gen 2s and Gen 3s, and we can get into those a little bit. We've got AR 10 mags, Magpul. For the most part, guys, when it comes to Magpul mags, they're polymer. Obviously, you've all seen them. They come with just about every new AR rifle out there, and they are reliable. People will tell you that, well, you should have Gen 3s, or maybe you need a window mag, or don't buy Gen 2s, feed lip problems, this and that. I can tell you, in my experience, I have never had a problem with a P-Mag. I've left them loaded for months, maybe even years. Gotta have our coffee. And never had a problem. The differences between Gen 1 and 2 are minor. For instance, let's see what we have here. This is, I believe, a Gen 3. Yes. So the big difference is the little marking dots here. you can use a paint marker and mark them 1, 2, 3, whatever the heck you want to mark them. If that's important to you, great, buy the Gen 3s because the Gen 2s don't have it. They also have this extra lip here in here that keeps you from over inserting the mag. Never had a problem with that. If you have a problem with over inserting mags, it's probably more a receiver issue, and I'd get rid of the gun. It's just not a big deal. The Gen 2s are just as good in my opinion. If you want a window mag, we'll come across one of those here somewhere. And yeah, they work great. Nothing more to say on those. Here's their AR-10 mags. These also fit other similar rifles and work just great. There are 2 versions of these, and the big difference is they call them, let's see, LRSR, and there's a different version, and the biggest difference is the basic mag, which is this, will hold ammunition at lengths that are within SAMI specs. Other rifles, calibers, or if you're reloading, may have longer lengths and they may not work in here, so they make a mag that's slightly longer to accommodate those cartridges, but these will work for just about every AR-10 out there. The other thing is the new PMags come with these covers, these dust covers, and they snap on, and I don't know, I'm not going to put it in a chest rig with these covers on because I'm not going to waste the time when reloading, obviously, to get these off. But what they're handy for is when you snap them into place and you just put them over and snap down like that, it takes the pressure off the feed lips. So if you are one of those guys that's worried about that, yeah, that'll handle it. The other thing a lot of guys don't realize is they snap on to the bottom of the mag. And I forget which way these go, because again, in my opinion, this is a lot of nonsense and screwing around, but essentially they snap onto the bottom here, and they kind of act as ranger plates. When they drop and hit the ground, this will take some of the shock absorption and not crack the mag. Kind of sacrificial use of this, and allows you someplace to pull a mag out if you had to. So they snap on there. I can probably do it here if I try, but I don't remember what direction they go on. And it's certainly easier on the regular AR mags. Ugh, I can't get it on right now. Anyhow, so that covers P mags. There's tons of stuff out there, guys. Lancer mags are great. Ideal Industries, fabulous. Those are aluminum mags, so don't pass any of those up. We've got some laying here. Just because I'm not going over them doesn't mean they're not good mags. I'm going to jump into something next. Everybody's probably got a 1022, right? And they come with the little box mags. Well, everybody should have some of these. These are those BX25 mags, and they essentially take the place of what would be the box mag, the little 10-rounder, and turn it into a 25-round, quote, banana clip. And essentially you take a little 22 rifle and give it some serious firepower, right? Not bad for some of the younger kids maybe want to go out and have some fun, or, turn it into a defense weapon for a smaller stature person perhaps. But they work fabulous. I've tried other ones out there. Don't bother, guys. The Butler Creeks and stuff. They may work once in a while or even better than that, but they are not as reliable as these. These are built like tanks. They work great and they never fail. So just a little hint there. When it comes to our AKs, what is the good old standby? Steel Bloc factory mags from every country under the sun, right? And guys collect them, and certain mags bring more money. You can have, all these Eastern European countries from Poland to Yugoslavia and their bolt hold open mags, to Hungary and every country in between. Romania, this is probably a Romanian mag. A lot of the Eastern Bloc countries don't have a lot of markings on them, You got to look close to see them, little triangles, things like that. I am not a collector. I am not into that. I can't see paying $200, $300, $400 for a mag. I may, but I may do it because of aesthetic reasons rather than what the mag is or where it came from. You know, if I want a OD green mag to go with my OD green gun, I'll pay up for it if it takes that, but that's just me. Anyhow, these are probably the standard, the be-all, end-all. They always work. They never fail. Yeah, they can be heavier than others, and it's not to say that other choices aren't good, but these always work, and we've got a ton of them. As I come across mags, I'm just going to start pulling out of the piles here, and we'll tell you what they are and go across it. And I'm going to hit all these other platforms while we're at it, too. Here is who is this made by? When the company's name comes to me, I'll tell you, Tapco. This is a Tapco 20-round SKS mag. You can use these with the factory stock with a little modification, but they work great with the Tapco stocks. Everybody makes fun of them. I did a video on removing my Tapco stock off my Yugoslavian SKS and bringing it back to its factory condition, and that was fun, and I like it that way. But in the back of my head, I never got rid of that Tapco stock because it works so well with these magazines, and it does increase the firepower, and you can reload from stripper clips, leaving this in place. They work great. They always work, and yeah, unfortunately, Tapco's no longer with us, so these may be collectible now. I don't know. Oh, pistol caliber carbines or pistols with braces. We run our Scorpion platforms and love them. Let's see, we got one right here. It happens to have a Magpul 32-round mag in it. Fabulous magazine, works well. Thought we had some issues with it, but after breaking in, they seem to work just fine. They load easy, and they're tough like everything else Magpul. What else do you have when it comes to those? You have drum mags for the Scorpions. I have not tried anything other than this F5. The F5 does work well. It's built like a tank. I did have a couple issues with it feeding the last time we were out. That's what made this mag so dirty. But cleared and went on. My opinion on drum mags, guys, they're fun. They're kind of a, just a novelty, you know. And some work better than others. I certainly wouldn't rely upon them completely. I think you can carry more ammunition with standard stick or box mags than you can with these. Maybe if you wanted to start out a mission with one of these in place, drop it, and for your reloads, go to stick or box mags. That may work. This has worked pretty well. Did have that one problem last time we were out. Let's touch on pistol mags for a second. Sidearms, 1911s, Glocks, what have you. I have, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 mags for each pistol. And, you know, some of the Glocks interchange, etc. Not a big pistol mag guy. When it comes to pistol mags, I stick with factory mags. Always have, always will. I don't go away from it. I just don't. 1911, yeah, maybe a little, but pistol mags. This is out of our Canic. Came with these floor plate extensions. They're made by Metgar, which is a great mag, but it's the factory mag. And they work great. Pistol mags, if that's your thing, I would just recommend staying with the factory mags. So let's dig into our barrel here. What do we have? First and foremost, one of the best AK mags on the planet, Circle 10. If, you know, steel mags weren't available, or even if they are, my top two are steel, and these are indestructible. Heavy polymer, steel feed lips, steel floor plate. They feed and work fabulously. They fit in everything I have. Never had a problem. Highly recommended. ARP mag. Here we go, Tapco. What do we got in here? We've got some copper wash Chinese kami ammo. Great stuff, by the way. Light armor piercing. Fabulous stuff if you get your hands on it. These have probably been the butt of more jokes in the AK community than probably any other rifle or accessory. That being said, I have used them since day one and never had a failure, never had a feed lip crack. This thing, for all I know, could have been loaded for 10 years. I don't know. It may have, very well have been. Stored in the shop in a barrel. And it's in perfect condition, and I'm sure it functions well. Hey, nothing wrong. They are a little bulky, but man, you can grip these things. They're solid as could be. Work great. Again, Tapco's gone, but these are everywhere, guys. And you could buy these for $4, $5, $6. Go to a gun show. They're everywhere for $5. You can't go wrong. Don't let somebody talk you out of those. PMAG. Oh, we talked about OD Green. I picked these up from a forum somewhere. And these are Gen 2 window mags. So they don't have the little dots and all, but hey, they work great, and they have the dust cover. What do we have here? Shotgun mags. So if you have a tactical shotgun that is box magazine fed, you probably either have a Sega, a Vepr, or possibly one of the new AR-15 style shotguns. That's what this is out of. This is out of a VR80. This is a 10-round mag. I got a video coming out to you. Actually, these are 9-round mags, and I've got a video how we converted these to 10 rounds simply by cutting the follower off, and they work great. We have the 19-round versions, which we turned into 20-rounders. I recommend these for shotgun. A lot of guys like the drums. Guys, the drums on these things are just too damn wide, and they're 20-round drums. I can do 20 here. Why not? Yes, it hangs low, but they're steel as opposed to plastic. I recommend these. They work great. While we're on the subject of drums, let's talk about AK drums. This is a Romanian top loader. Romanian drums come in two forms, the top loaders and the back loaders. The top loaders are what I would consider a purebred Romanian/Russian thing. They load through the top. They do have a lever that takes the pressure off the top so you can load them. And they load through the top, no winding, no nothing. They're ready to go. And they still can be taken apart to be cleaned and all. The nice thing on an RPK, and why I like them better than a rear loading drum, is the fact that when they're in an RPK, they tilt forward, as you can see. And what that allows for is when the gun is on the bipod and resting on its stock, it doesn't monopod on the drum. It's a little bit forward. You put a straight Romanian backloading drum in, and it's going to monopod on the drum. When I said, purebred drum is when I talked about the top loaders. The back loaders they were made in China, marked as Romanian to get around some laws to be brought into the country. And they're essentially Chinese, those back loaders, marked as Romanian. So, sorry if you can hear the dogs barking. When I built this, I insulated it really well, but you can still get some sound through here. Here's another 10-round shotgun mag. Let's touch on that. For Veprs and for Segas, there's a bunch of good stuff out there. SG, I think it's SG Tactical, makes some polymer mags. Some people have complained about them. I've had great luck with them. Then there's, what's the other company out there? They make metal mags. They work great. I've got one here. I'll show you somewhere as we come across it. More P mags, more SKS mags. We're just going to go through this. Green. Here is a back loader. So essentially you just unclip it and the back opens. The nice thing with these, the one nice thing, They function great. Both function well. Is you can take the tension off the spring with this. There's a key here, and you can wind the tension. So the spring may not wear out if you leave it loaded. But in my opinion, working the spring is what wears it out. Keeping it in one place, whether that be compressed or whatever, doesn't do all that much damage. As you can see, here's where this mag was marked, made in Romania, right here on the key. So these are still available, brand new, about $100. A lot of places carry them. They work well. Let's see, AR aluminum mags. This one happens to be made by Bravo Company, I believe. Bravo Company, and I believe Ideal Industries makes these for Bravo Company. Unfortunately, this one does not have an anti-tilt follower. You can see how it's sticking. So you want to stay away from these or replace them. Make sure when you're buying aluminum mags that they have 4-way anti-tilt followers. All you got to do, guys, is push down on them. You'll see if they stick or don't go down evenly, they are not anti-tilt followers. You want to stay away from those if you can. Times like these, who knows? You know, it's hard to get. Guys are just buying stuff to buy it, but yeah, they're out there. What do we have here? A Yugoslavian bolt hold open magazine. Same thing, steel, you know, like Romanian, Hungarian, whatever, but on the last round they will hold the bolt open. The Yugoslavian versions are high quality. Most of the older ones you'll find are blued really nicely and work exceptionally well. They are my favorite AK mag. For steel mags, I should say. I have to qualify that. Oh, some more Circle 10s. Pistol caliber carbine. These are the original CZ Scorpion mags. This is the smoke with the plastic feed lips, and these were the ones that once in a while had feed lip problems, but again, we have not had any. Mags coming out of our ears. Here are some Manticore Arms CZ Scorpion mags. We have a mag coupler built in. You know, when it comes to mags, guys, God, it's an investment unto itself. When you think about all the different platforms you have to feed, all the magazines, all the accessories for them, like couplers, like mag storage, whether that's pouches or bags or crates or whatever. Feeding these things is just as much a cost of the hobby as anything else. But these Manticores have worked really well too. Nice mags. Here is an AK mag, new manufacturer. This is Korean. You notice it's like silvery gray. A lot of people say these are lighter or thinner metal. Well, here is, I think this is a Yugo bolt hold open. You know, they're so similar that very hard to tell apart. And, you know, they don't, the followers don't tilt. They're no lighter, no heavier, feel just as thick. Nice mag. It says, I can't read it, made in Korea. And this is the first Korean mag I've actually had. I think it came to me in a box of parts that a guy gave me, a bunch of reloading supplies, and this was in there. You never know what you find. But I had stayed away from these because everyone said they were lighter, thinner, this, that. Tell you what, it feels just identical. I wouldn't worry one bit about this man. Gonna have to try that one out. I don't think I've even used it. Bottom of the barrel. And it is bottom of the barrel. These are, what the heck did they call these? I forget. They were, where is it? Thermold. These were made by a company by Thermold. I got these in the last scare, the last election scare. These were available at a local farm store for, I don't know, $10 a piece. It was like to get you in the door, you know. These things are so thin, so cheap. Kind God, I don't know if you dropped them, what would happen. You can disassemble them, I guess. But guess what? I've used these for range mags since the first Obama election, I think. And here they are. Haven't cracked one. Haven't done anything. These feed lips are thin. The followers are not anti-tilt. They do tilt. But I've never had a misfeed. Never cracked a feed lip. Dropped them on the ground. Used them in competition. And here they are. Working just fine. Imagine that. What else do we have? What fell out of the barrel? Oh. This is the, what everybody covets, the Bakelite mag, right? Well, I had to have one. This is a beautiful, nice, shiny, like new Russian Bakelite mag. It's got a mark on it, 24B and a star, so it's a Tula. Steel feed lips. These are great mags. I love these. I think they look great. If they weren't so damn expensive, I'd have a ton of them. I remember thinking when they went to $30, I ain't paying that. When they went to $40, I ain't paying that. I should have bought more. I should have, just because they're so damn cool. This is, I'm about the aesthetics, not the collectability. And it's funny when I ask my son or other people, they say, what do you want those for? They're hideous. Well, I like them, and they're cool in certain guns. Well, in most guns. They look great. Let's see. The only gun I've never put it in this Yugo gun, but hell, even looks good in a Yugo gun, doesn't it? Certainly some 40 rounders would look good in that RPK, I think. What else do we have here? This is what I use in my Vepr shotguns. These are steel, and they are made by, I can't remember the name of the company. God, I feel so bad. I do business with them, and they're great mags. They are brick shithouse tough and work great. 10 rounders, and yeah, that's what I use in my Vepr. I'll throw in some video here of us using them out there. What else do we have? Let's talk about, while we're at it, mag storage. How do you carry these things? Well, you may have a chest rig or a plate carrier, and you carry them that way. Maybe you're just not that tactical, and if S hit the fan, you'd figure something else out, stuff them in pockets, what have you. Well, why not go to the old school pouches? These were good enough for all the Bloc countries. Why not you? Throw one over your shoulder, what have you, put one on your belt, and here you can carry 4 40-round mags. These are brand new 40-round Romanian RPK mags. Brand new, never inserted, and like every other steel mag on the block, they work phenomenally well. And we've got a bunch of them. We've got another 4-pack, so we got these coming out of our ears too. What do we have over here? Tapcos for the AK. Here is a 40-round Chinese mag. This is a 40-round Chinese AK mag. I think I got these for free, actually. A buddy I worked with was getting out of it and handed me a crate load of these. I got an old Norinco ammo crate here, and he gave me, filled with these in yellow box Norinco ammo. Here is a, excuse me, this is a Gen 3 Magpul AK mag. And these are really nice. If I was going to do, excuse me, Magpul mags in the AK, I would do these Gen 3s. They have steel feed lips, front and rear. Really a nice mag. They work great. They insert really well. Nice and tight. Look at that. No movement whatsoever. And you are not going to break these guys. Not going to break them. That is definitely a go-to mag that I would not be afraid to carry. Thermal or junk 5-round for the VR80. So yeah, I lied. I said I only had one Bakelite mag, but in actuality, I have a couple more. These are no less than Norinco Plant 66 Chinese Bakelite mags. I need one more. These go to my Norinco Bakelite side folder. A little bit different than the Russian Bakelite. These are a phenolic resin, which I guess they all are. Pretty much the same, steel feed lips and all, but very, very rare, very expensive. These mags now go anywhere between $150 and $250. But I'd like to have one more to complete the whole package. So, and I use them. They work great. More typical stuff here: Circle 10s, Tapcos. This is a Yugo bolt hold open. Actually, you can see that's blood that made that rust there. So this probably came out of the Yugoslavian Civil War at some point. This whole box here is pretty much steel Eastern Bloc mags. I do have some Chinese mags in there. This is a ton of mags for our Scorpion 20 rounders, the original ones. These are the newer Scorpion mags with the windows, the black. These do not have any feed lip problems at all. Manicores with the steel lips, and we showed you all of those. These are those couplers. They work really well. What else would the average guy have in his collection? Of course, ARs. We showed you a few mags. This is how I keep stored loaded mags. You can see what I got ready to go here. Thermals. I'm not afraid to use them. Steel mags. These are just GI mags, phosphated. What else do we got in here? More. Let's see what brand these are. Bravo Company as well. Not afraid to use them. We had thrown a few others in here. Another P-Mag Gen 3 with the steel lips. Shotgun mags. Here's an interesting drum mag that I highly recommend. These are made by Magpul. P-Mag for the AR. This is called their 60, what is it? Something 60. And they work great. You can see the round count back here. You can mark them with the pen marker, all of that. This is to take pressure off the lips when you're loading it. And they work great in an AR. Never had a problem. And they're nice and compact. Really a drum mag that I would recommend for your AR-15. What else? Everybody's got to have some older stuff, right? So in here, what do we have? Let's see. These are original GI issue M1 carbine mags, still in the Cosmoline with the rubber caps. This is how these came, and then wrapped in paper. Here's one still has the cap on it, and what looks like rust is just hardened goop on them. Haven't cleaned them off yet, but we just ordered up some ammo for our M1 carbine, and we are going to get these mags cleaned up, loaded up, and ready to go. Got some 30 rounders in here too, and all original. None of these are repops. If you're going to do repops on an M1 carbine, guys, go for the Korean. The Koreans use those rifles for years. Good stuff. Nothing wrong with them. They work great. How do we store and carry? We talked briefly about the pouches. You know, pouches are available everywhere. I grab whatever is cheapest. These are new old stock Romanian. They happen to be, how many? Three mag pouches, cleaning kit, oil bottle. They can go on your belt. Really easy to carry if you don't want to do a vest. These are East German pouches. These will hold 4 mags. Just nice stuff. Go right on a belt. Hold a cleaning kit in the side. You can pick up tons and tons of these for pennies and hold your mags. What else? Mag loaders, right? We spend all this money. If you had to load all these tonight, your thumbs would be out of commission tomorrow. So, mag loaders. This happens to be for 9mm pistol mags, Glocks and such. This is made by Ooflala. They work great. This was provided to me by a gentleman by the name of Bloody Wheels. He's on another friend of mine's stream all the time. 2AEDU, good guy over there. Check out his channel, 2AEDU. Does streams every Friday night about guns and 2A, different news items, things like that. Talk about liberty, all kinds of good things. But he's on there. He 3D printed these, and this is for my 365 XL, my SIG. What else? Let's see. Here is a mag loader for the CZ Scorpion mags. See my video on that? They work phenomenal. Here is just one type of AR mag loader. Works okay. Had it for years. I don't know who makes it. I don't know where I got it. Just stuff that shows up. C3 or GB. I don't know. Just one of those things. Now, when it comes to other guns, Grand, stuff like that, you need end block clips. Now, these are cheap, but there's repops that don't work. There's repops that do work, and then there's original GI clips. Make sure you try them out before you're going to bet your life on them. So you got to have stuff like that. This, I think, happens to be a box of my really nice stuff. My uninserted, brand new, nicely blued. There's some Chinese in here and some really nice original Yugos, but all Bloc stuff. Yeah, super, super nice. So those stay separate and unused just because they're so nice. And then we talked about, I've been pulling out of here, the crate of stuff. More 40-round Chinese. 40-round Chinese. These were all original unused that gentleman gave me, made in China. We've got some Chinese flatbacks here. I believe that is right there. Yeah, still got the made in China sticker on it. And we've got a crate of those here. Yeah, never used them. Just came to us. Little 5-round or 10-rounders for the range. These come with arsenals and other fine group products, peppers and whatnot when you buy them. So yeah, there is, guys, just a ton of stuff. And I don't know if I missed anything here. I mean, we are just surrounded by mags. It's crazy. I'm looking across here at a wall of rifles, and there's not much there that couldn't be fed from this, you know. Garands, M1s, ARs, AKs, Scorpions, 1022s, you name it, that kind of covers it and just shows you what is out there. If I have it here in what you just saw, it's highly recommended. They all work. I've never had a problem with any of them. You can bet the farm that they will work. There's a couple I would not take into a serious situation, and it's not because they failed. It's just because I see some weakness in them. That'd be the thermals. That'd be about it. Anything else I would for sure use here. That is not a problem. Like I said, I touched on pistol mags. Get yourself 6, 8, 10 for each pistol you have, and You'll be good. That being said, mags like this, mags in the package, mags in boxes, crates, barrels, in the garage, in your gun cases, they do you no good unless they are loaded. Get your mags loaded up, guys. Store them away. If you're afraid about using them or leaving them that way, rotate them as you use them. All of these AK and AR mags were loaded a month ago. I used them, shot, range stuff, whatever, and went through them other than that one crate. So we probably shot 2,000-3,000 rounds of ammo last month. Yeah, I know with stuff going on. Should we have? I don't know, but I mean, there's plenty more to go around. I'm going to bring you a video on ammo and how to get your hands on some, even during shortages like this. We've managed to keep things fed through this whole thing, and I'm not worried one bit. We got plenty to go around and plenty to last. So dig out those mags. You'll find that maybe, you know, when you start going through them, hey, I'm short here, I'm short there. You need to get your hands on some. There's still some out there right now. Don't wait much longer. But the biggest thing is get those mags loaded up. When trouble comes, you're not going to see it coming. It's coming fast, and it'll be on you in an instant. 1 minute, things will be fine, and the next minute, something sparks. And who only knows with things going on like they are. So better to be prepared, ready, than to be sorry. Figure out how many you need, load them, figure out a way of how you're going to carry them, and just get it together, guys. Get it together. You can't wait any longer. Just thought I'd bring you this video. Hope you like our new place here. We're going to make it a little more homey, and we will be bringing you a lot more videos from the Kalashnikov couch going forward from here. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you like the shop better. We'll see. Got a nice Kalashnikov framed print coming for up here, and we'll show you some of our other workbenches and storage and all that good stuff. And until next time, guys, please like, please share, please check out our Facebook, our Instagram. Please, maybe you want to contribute on our Patreon. We're trying to get that going. And as always, Rockford Ordnance out.